Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Crown Limited in the color red. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, you have the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 236 horsepower and 136 pound-foot of torque. Up front, you've got your LED headlights and customary daytime running lights. Across the front end, you'll also find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. And of course, you have that geometric front grille up there. Onto the side here, we have 19-inch alloy wheels. Side mirrors have integrated turn signals and blind spot monitoring. Then on both of your front handles, you'll find these two double lines. Talk about those guys more on your driver's side. Now, approaching the back, just like the front, you've got backup parking sensors going the whole way across. On the left-hand side, you have that HEV and all-wheel drive badge. You've got the Crown logo going the whole way across, and then the limited trim level badge on the right-hand side. Right underneath of the rear logo is the backup camera. To open up the trunk space, you'll look right underneath and you'll find this little square button. Give that a press, and then you can lift it up the rest of the way. Inside here, we have a nice, big, huge trunk space. It may not pick up all the way on camera, but seeing one of these in person, you will see exactly how much storage space you have in the back. However, if that's not quite cutting it for you, you are able to release your front or middle section of seats to lay down flat, and do so by releasing the coordinating handle to release the seats. They're in a 60-40 split. You can see the line on the left-hand side. That way, each side can function independently if you only want to put down one side at a time. In the back, of course, we also have the Toyota Crown carpeted mats in the factory packaging. All new units come with both carpeted and rubber sets. Lots of storage in the back, as we already said here, but if you are looking for your battery, you'll be looking behind this right-hand side false wall. If you're looking for your tire kit, you can look down at the ground. You'll find this little handle. You can pop it up, lift it up. Everything you need will be stored right underneath of there. Then, to close up your space back here, you can reach up to the little handle built in on the right-hand side and pull your trunk the rest of the way down. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. So first off, inside here, your interior upholstery is the black soft text leatherette. You have black, light gray, and then this beautiful copper gold-like trimming that you'll find on your seats. Really gives it this nice, classy touch. In the middle, you have access to a folding down armrest / cup holder. You have little pop-away cups inside there. And as you can see, it can fold away if you're trying to increase seating capacity. Next, up overhead, there is a panoramic moonroof inside for everybody to enjoy. Then on the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your airflow as well as your charger options. And currently, we have the Crown rubber mats installed in the unit. Inside your door, you have your storage spaces as well as a heated seat, one for each side. We also get our first JBL speaker. We have the premium JBL speaker sound system all throughout this unit. Back again to these two double lines. These guys indicate keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand here or in here to lock and unlock your unit. Inside, right next to your handle, is your memory seat settings. Down below, power windows for front and back, window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. On the left-hand side, this allows your side mirrors to fold in flat with the body of your unit. You can keep it set to A for automatic, then they'll fold and unfold if you unlock or lock with the key fob, or you can manipulate these yourself at any point in time using this little control panel. Next, inside here, of course, we have electronically adjustable seating, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Then you have your hood release on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. On top of that, you have the trunk and gas release. Then you have your dash brightness and odometer trip, automatic headlamps, and the defog for your rear windshield. Hop in here and take a closer look at the steering wheel. So first off, it is black leather and has this silver gray metallic stitching. Left-hand side, controls there are for your dash display. Then you've got your hands-free communication and volume control. Right-hand side, you've got your radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, which includes both sonar and lane departure. In the middle is where you have your nice big infotainment display screen. Big huge screen goes the whole way across this middle section, so you definitely don't have to squint to see what's going on up in here. Currently you're looking at your optional navigation screen. you can choose to connect that through Toyota Connected Services. Under that is your audio listening, AM, FM, satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you've got optional USB adapters all throughout. Then phone connectivity, got a few things in here. So your climate display first off, for the front, as well as additional options, your Eco Heat Cool and rear windshield de-icer. Then comfort display, so this is both heated and cooled seats, as well as your heated steering wheel. All of this can be controlled from the panel down below. We'll look closer at that guy down here in a second. Then your trip information, and lastly the energy flow. So this is the hybrid information display through Toyota, which you may be familiar with if you've seen some of our other videos or drive one yourself. Currently the vehicle is not running anywhere, so it's turned on, but of course we're not in movement as we are inside. But if you're out on the road and actually in movement, this is really cool to keep an eye on because it shows you in real time as each element communicates with each other. So especially when the vehicle is taking advantage of that regenerative braking technology for the self-charging hybrid, this is really cool to keep an eye on, and it even has a little gauge to show you how far along your battery is charged up. Then all the way at the bottom here is all of your different settings. So everything from personal profile, Bluetooth info, Wi-Fi display, vehicle customizing, dealer info, software apps, etc. In the middle is your volume control. Then you have your four ways. To the left is your push start ignition. Middle section here is climate control center. We've got dual climate control up front here currently, so that means you can either have it synced up like it is right now, or you can turn off that sync function and then allow each side to function independently. On either side, as we saw up front with the climate display, you have 3 variant levels for both heated and cooled seats. You've got the green for the cool and the orange for the heat. Defrost for your front and rear windshield as well as side mirrors to the left, and the heated steering wheel is in the middle here as well. You can either put it on auto or there's high-low options, and of course the off as well. Underneath there you have a little storage all the way at the back. Then you have this. It looks a lot like a cup holder, but it is in fact storage, and beyond that it is a wireless charging pad. You'll notice this kind of rectangular shape. There's a little symbol in the middle and glowing green dot. There's even little holders on the side so you can put your phone in there, and no matter how big or small it is, it'll be able to adjust to that size. Nice thing about this is it's not taking up a whole lot of space from you. There's still additional space on this end of this cup holder like storage space. You never have to worry about having charging cords in the vehicle with you unless it's your preference. And it stays in an upright position, so if you have notifications coming in and out, you can see them laid out in a much more visible way. Behind that is your surround view cameras, so if you give this guy a press, you'll find the infotainment turns to this full surround view look of the vehicle. Currently we're pretty low to the ground, but you can change your perspective to get higher up for that bird's eye view. Of course, right now I have the door open so you can see some of the red there actually, but of course typically you have your doors closed, so you're not worried about seeing it that way. And if you want to, you can even pause this to take a closer look at what's going on around, and if you don't, it will just zoom itself a little bit further out of the way. There are further adjustments for this in the bottom left hand corner, and if you want to, you can get out of this either by pressing the same button again or the little X in the top left corner. Next to that, you have these little charger adapters if that's what you prefer. Then you've got storage spaces and cup holders. You've got the gear shift. There is this little diagram that shows you exactly how to use this if you're not super familiar, but once you catch on, it's quite easy to use. Behind that is your driving modes, traction control, parking brakes, and EV mode. Then all the way in the back here is your console space. So this can actually be opened up from either side by pressing the button and lifting up, so that way either person, whether it's driver or front passenger, can get in with ease. Up top you have this little sliding tray, and inside here you have additional chargers, plus all of the general storage space that goes all the way throughout here. You do have these metallic highlights that are worth pointing out all throughout your front cab space. They stand out really beautifully when you're actually inside it in person. Down below you have a lockable glove box. Up overhead, 1, 2, and 3 dots, these guys are garage door openers. Lastly, overhead you have your SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and of course controls there for that panoramic moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Crown Limited in the color red. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.